Hey everybody, Josh Watts here with another build for you today. First, we're going to start off with breakfast, coffee and waffles. Gotta love it. So this build's a little different. I started it about a few weeks ago. Um, it's a plaque that I'm doing for my own house. But first, we're going to turn on the heater in here because it is freezing here in the morning. I know it's California, but we do get cold in California too. So yeah, this plaque, I've made it, I just tooled it all out of saddle skirting. There you can see me with my trusty hat, keeping my bald headed warm. So yeah, I'm going to review my plans I drew out, and actually I didn't modify what I was going to do at all, what I drew out, which I'm kind of proud of. So, I mean, this is a pretty straightforward thing. I just thought you guys would like to see it. I was mostly just impressed with how the wood stained. But I'm just cutting down the wood, trying to keep it very, very simple. Now, I will admit there are some things or clips that I forgot to record, processes, that sort of thing. So, yeah, here you can just see me. I'm just cutting the strips down to the size that I want them for the frame itself. I mean, that's pretty much what I'm building in this video, is just building the frame for the plaque. Then I have my crosscut saw here, and it's kind of funny. You'll see in this clip that, or the next clip coming up, that I'm getting it set up to cut to the left, but I actually wind up cutting it to the right, which is kind of funny, I think, anyway. But yeah, so I'm just making sure the blade's going to do 45-degree angle. Here you can see me cutting to the right, and I'm sorry for the bad angle, but this is the only place I could put the camera. So don't know what to say from that. But I did get everything cut. Now this is a tool I haven't used in a very long time. It's my biscuit cutter. So all four corners are going to be biscuit cut and then glued together. This is one of the areas where I forgot to record. So where I'm pointing to the groove that I cut in there, I cut it with my router, and then I beveled the edge right there. So this is just a plain piece of utility board, and I'm just marking out the size that I need to cut this down, because I'm going to wind up gluing the leather directly to this board. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the plank wood that I was using for the frame itself is just birch. And, I got these at Home Depot. It wasn't like it was some specialty kind of wood. So you can see I got it measured out. Now I'm going to just finish cutting this down. I did actually do the long cut on my bandsaw. It just was a little bit easier. Now you can see on the edges here that it's a little roughed up. So I'm just going to go ahead and just give it a quick sand. It's 120 grit. Knock down those rough edges so there's no splinters. Plus it'll help it slide into the grooves a little bit better. I know there's a term for that. For whatever reason, I can't remember what it is right now. So I got that all sanded down. Now I'm just actually going to mark out the area that the leather is actually going to be glued in, because I'm going to glue the board and the leather and then stick them together. So I just need to make sure where the glue needs to go up to. So for the leathersmiths out there, or the hobbyists, you can see I'm just preparing edges for burnishing. I didn't actually videotape the burnishing process. Oh well. Now we're going to stain this wood. Now again, this is birch, and I'm using this Jacobine Minwax finish. And it's amazing what it did to it. Look at that. Everywhere where you would see any of like the quilted areas, it would be super light, and then the non-quilted areas would be like dark, like it was almost like a water painting or a tiger stripe or something. It was really, really nifty looking. Now, all I'm doing here is I'm just using like a scruff pad to knock down any fibers. And the reason I'm doing that is because I forgot to record me putting any kind of finish on there. Now, so all I put on there was deft, and then when the entire project was assembled and dried, I did put a coat of wax on there as well. But this just deft for some reason. It leaves these like little hairy fibers. If you just knock it down with like, you know, some really light sandpaper or one of these like dish scrubbing pads, it doesn't scratch the wood, and you can see how nice it comes out there. The other thing that you saw me use there was a horsehair brush, and that was just to help bring out the sheen, and it did a great job. Of course, you can see my fantastic camera work here, and you can't see what I'm doing really, but I'm just gluing the project up. I've already got the biscuits glued in to the top piece there. I guess that'd be on the bottom of your screen there, and I'm just gluing up the rest of the pieces and inserting the biscuits. I'm gonna put a little glue inside the biscuit cut grooves here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and assemble the last piece. Now I did actually wind up using some finish nails, just some really small ones at the corners to give it just a little extra strength, but it came out pretty good. So here you go, the armor of God, or armor of Yahweh plaque. I hope you guys like this video. If you're not already, subscribe, like, and share. Thanks.